Morning, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tess, if you don't know me already. I am an esthetician, currently only practicing virtually. I have my own virtual consulting business and I have a new client in like 30 minutes and I want to get a little bit more presentable for her. And I thought I would also show you guys my sort of updated, I don't even want to call this a makeup routine because most of it is like skincare disguised as makeup, which is my favorite kind of makeup. I like to know I'm getting some benefits from the makeup. I don't want to just conceal. I want to improve. So I'm going to show you guys what I have been doing. Maybe I should first show you the product. Sorry if I'm a little frantic. I feel like I need to eat something as well before I'm locked in for an hour. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the products real quick. It's easy. Find easy is best. There's more, like, I could do more, but today I'm really going to keep it super basic. And I feel like a lot of you are maybe in the same boat where you don't want to put on a full face of makeup in quarantine. And you just want to look like a little bit, you want to look like the best version of yourself, a little bit pulled together. We're not doing like a full glam or anything. Okay, so I'll show you the products first. This is my tried and true Ulta MD UV Clear, but in the tinted version. I had the white version for so long, and this one is tinted, doesn't leave a white cast, so beautiful on any skin color. It blends out pretty sheer. But on me, it looks like a little bit of a filter. So we're going to do that, get our SPF in, protection from blue light, protection from windows, even on a cloudy, rainy day. Just make the sunscreen part of your morning routine. I can't have anybody asking me for anti-aging tips or serums if you're not using an SPF. It's one of the most shocking things I found in these virtual consults. I would say 4 out of 5 people are not wearing sunscreen, which kills me. Okay, that's kind of like our base. If I'm feeling frisky and I want to be a little bronzed, I might do some of the Drunk Elephant De-Bronzy Anti-Pollution Sunshine Drops. This is like a serum, but it works like a bronzer. If you were a darker skin tone, you could use it all over. On me, I'm so pale, obviously, that I only use 1 to 2 drops. If I do 3, it's too many. So if you're fair like me, just go easy with this. If you have a darker complexion, like a medium Fitzpatrick to a darker skin tone, this would be gorgeous all over, and you could just use it like an all over serum for a little glow. I got 2 new mascaras I'm excited about, but I don't know how to feel. I got the classic L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. I'm super late to this trend. It kind of gives you like spidery, very long lashes. Like I never thought I would say my lashes look too long, but it's almost too long. So if you want length, telescopic. And I picked up the YSL The Shock Mascara. I don't know if I'm obsessed. Sometimes I notice mascaras perform better once you give them a couple days and they're not too like inky. I don't know if you know what I mean, but a little butter gloss from NYX from the drugstore. Concealer. I love the Color Science Total Eye. This is amazing. It's an eye treatment and a color corrector. Not really a true concealer. It's more correction, but I use it as a little bit of a concealer. Works really well on dark circles, and it's also physical protection for your eyes. You should really protect this area with SPF daily because it's one of the most thin and fragile areas on the face. And then lastly, I do the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Picked up a new tube because I was using the same like free version that I got in a little, I think it was like a Sephora Points thing. I was using that for like 3 years. I was like, it's time. I'm gonna look in this mirror. I have never applied this with a brush before, but I just don't want it getting all over my hands, so I'm gonna use a brush. The virtual consults have really taken over my life in a good way, but I've had a new client almost every day for the past month. They've just really, I think it's one of those things like when you have good intentions and you put yourself out there and you just work really hard and you devote yourself to clients, it's just that old-fashioned word of mouth. Social media really helps for sure, but I've gotten a few questions about how to get new clients. My secret is just focusing on the ones you have, giving them like true 5-star service, being there for them, being helpful, not focusing on trying to just, you know, make money off of somebody every chance you get, or like upselling them whenever you can, or selling them a million things because you can. Be really intentional about what they need. Even like I want people to buy things slowly, and I work in phases with suggesting products for people because I find some of the biggest errors can happen when people do too much at once and we don't know what caused the problem. Just too much stimulation. So easy does it. A little irritation around my mouth from my retinoid. This is just a common area for sensitivity for a lot of people around the mouth, and I think wearing the mask has exacerbated that. I've noticed when wearing the face mask, I need to just go easier with my actives because this area is so prone to the friction. It's nothing too crazy. Like, I'm such an athleisure person. I like to be really comfortable. I'm not dressing up. Some people might like to wear a blazer in the treatment room or when they're talking to their clients. I like to feel like myself and like feel comfortable. I spent so many years at a desk job, like trying to put on an image. Now, I mean, I obviously want to look presentable for people, but I'm just being myself, and that's the beauty of having your own business. So I'm fully relishing in it. You only need a tiny bit of this color corrector, and the little doe foot applicator is very soothing and depuffing. I did some microcurrent. If I'm gonna be like wearing makeup or really doing anything, I like to do my microcurrent in the morning because I feel like it just kind of makes me look human again after a long night's sleep. This is life-saving. I think everyone needs the Elta MD. I love that it has a really gentle concentration of niacinamide. I feel like niacinamide was the buzzword of 2020 in skincare, and it just goes to show skincare is so personal. There's a lot of new trends that will arise, but does it mean it's for everyone just because it's the hot new thing? Some people have sensitivities to niacinamide, and you don't need to overdo the percentage. More is not always more. So depending on your level of sensitivity, I would stay between 2% to 5 or 6%. This has 5%, and I find that's like the perfect gentle amount where you are still calming inflammation and working on pore size, but you're not boosting the circulation too much where it's like overstimulating. So this is a great way to get your sun protection and a little niacinamide. I love that it is an oil-free formula. I think I'm gonna do the telescopic. This is normally like not my favorite type of brush. I'm getting used to it. That's like 2 strokes. I don't know if you guys can see how long. I don't even think those are my real lashes. They must be like little fibers or something. that's that. If I wanted to do a little bit more, I would use my Jane Iredale blush or the Drunk Elephant bronzer. I didn't even feel like doing it today. This gives me a pretty nice glow, so I'm happy with that. This is it. Pretty basic. Probably gonna like get my hair a little bit more styled, but just very simple for my virtual consultations. Nothing super distracting, and I'm just comfortable and I feel like myself. I think that's underrated. Like when people are thinking about what to wear to work, look like the best version of yourself and still feel comfortable and that you can perform the job. It's the most important thing. So I have about 30 minutes before the consult, and I really like to spend this time, as I'm sure many of you do, reviewing the note, reviewing the intake form, reviewing any medication somebody is using, reviewing their products used, and looking at all of the pieces together. Then when I sit down with them, I like to ask, what are the main ways I can help you? What are your main concerns? I have a few, they might rank them from most important to least important. And I really just like to get a sense of their background and their skin history, even if that means they never had issues with their skin growing up, or maybe they have had issues with something like acne since they were younger and they noticed a significant shift in their skin. I think all of that information is gold and so important to know. I think acne can be similar to any other type of inflammation, such as an autoimmune condition. Many people who are dealing with an autoimmune disease had a significant source of stress or trauma in their life in their early years. And I think everything really is so connected. That is such a big part of my practice. It is just truly, for me, the only way to do it is to look at the holistic picture and take sort of like a bird's eye view. It's not just about what they're putting on their skin every day, though that is very important. It is their quality of life. It's their stress level, how they're sleeping, are they exercising, how do they fuel themselves, what are they eating, and how is that manifesting in the skin. So very holistic picture, and I really, just the main thing I think that people look for is personalization. Everyone wants to feel special. So another tip for generating new clients is, again, really treating every person that walks in your door like they are your only client. People really like to feel special, that you remember small details about them or things that are important that they tell you. Try to take note of it if you can't remember, and just make everyone feel special and like they are getting your full attention, totally personalized. So that is some of my main tips for building clientele and having a successful business. I am going to quickly make some breakfast and look over those notes. Okay, fastest breakfast ever. I literally have 5 minutes. I'm going to use some unsweetened vanilla almond milk yogurt, a little bit of blackberries from Costco, and some protein powder to keep me full and make it more balanced, and a little bit of this. This is like my weird gut powder that my holistic doctor recommended. It is by the brand Pure. Leaky Gut Defense is what it's called. I'm just gonna mix that all together and add a banana. Okay, fastest breakfast ever. little yogurt bowl, but obviously so important. You fuel yourself, and so this is a physical job. Being an esthetician, it takes a lot of brain power and energy if you're in the treatment room moving around, so gotta eat. My cute clients. Okay guys, this is Bella.
Hi.
How was your consultation?
Tess is the best.
You're the sweetest. Thank you, Bella. It is a little bit later now. It's about 1 p.m. and I'm just making lunch. I just had a little consult. I swear the more new clients and people I meet, the more I fall in love with my job, and just you guys in general are the sweetest. Most of my new clients come from social media, which is pretty incredible, and I'm literally nobody special. Anybody can make the same use of social media. My biggest tip is just to share in your journey, document the process, and not wait until you reach like this perfect point in your career. Just start documenting it now. People like authenticity, and I think perfection is overrated. I don't think people follow me because I'm this perfect esthetician. I'm educated, but I have just documented the journey and sort of like shown the authentic process. I'm making a little sunny side up egg. And I'm gonna put it on some gluten-free toast as like a little English muffin. Eat. I normally don't work on Sundays, but yeah, my client was going on, no, she had her boyfriend coming to visit her, so she wasn't gonna have time, so I just figured I'd squeeze it in, and they're so fun for me. So even though this is like a more chill day off for me, I don't mind it. Like, working for yourself truly is so amazing in that way. Like, you can work a little bit on your off day if you want. Can be hard to turn off, but I just enjoy it so much that, I don't know, it doesn't feel like work. So definitely a dream come true. I think one of the most interesting parts about my job is like seeing what most people are doing or using, or just, I mean, everyone's different, but it can range from completely using the wrong things to just using things that aren't right for your skin type, or even having the right things and not using them correctly or really overdoing it. So I love just like playing detective and kind of putting the pieces together, making tweaks and suggestions for how people can have healthier skin. This is the part of the day where I like start to do things for myself. Yeah, like I said before, it's crazy having your own business because you never, now I understand, people have always said like when you have your own business you never stop working, and it's true. There's always something else you could do. You could always promote yourself more, you could always make another video, always take another Instagram photo, and that's just, I feel like that's a whole job in and of itself. Like the marketing social media component, so valuable, but definitely takes a lot of time. And then, of course, the time you actually spend on your clients and doing work with them. So my consult today, it was about 1 hour and 10 minutes that we talked, just because she has quite a history of acne, and I wanted to get really in depth with her and not miss anything important in the beginning. I find when you spend a lot of time in the beginning making sure you ask the right questions and taking really thorough notes and accounting for everything that's said, and anything that sort of like sets off a little red flag for you, such as somebody breaking out when they switched birth controls, or having a history of acne within the family, or different foods they could be on. Dairy, I think, always has an effect, and it's just such a common thread I see even with clients who eat it in moderation, I really think there's something to the hormones in the cows in America that affects our bodies and our skin. And there's so many foods we consume that were honestly never intended to be consumed, and our skin is a detox organ. It can reflect a lot of these things. So making sure you're asking the right questions. But I wanted to, since I recently got asked a question of what questions do you ask in your virtual consultations? I ask so many, so I highly encourage you to do a few things. To one, find an intake form that encompasses a lot of the mandatory questions you need on the form and that you should know before treating somebody, such as their health history, any medications they are on, products they're using, etc., etc. And like I said, I always have people attach photos in good lighting with no makeup from multiple angles, if possible. And questions that I ask, I will definitely modify these based on the person, but I always like to ask about their stress level, when they noticed a shift in their skin, whether there's anything particularly stressful going on at that time, if their parents have a history of acne. I like to ask if they have exfoliating products or acids in the routine and how often they use them, as well as the entire routine. I have them walk me through it, morning and night, what they do. And then I also like to ask, because I've noticed things can be missed that may be significant, such as a primer somebody is wearing, or a face mask, or a certain makeup. These small things can really contribute to certain skin conditions that we see. Primer is a really sneaky big one, but most conventional primers can be clogging because they are intended to smooth out the surface of the skin, and yeah, can be clogging. Renee Rouleau has a really good article on primers if anyone's interested, any big makeup lovers. I also ask if they wear makeup and what kind. I ask if they wear sunscreen every day. It's very crucial. I don't want to be giving them really any new products if they don't have the basics of cleansing, moisturizing, SPF down. I don't want to add, if they can't handle that, they're not ready for something more intensive. And there's really no purpose of investing more in anti-aging products if they can't nail the sun protection. I like to ask how long they would estimate they wash their face for, whether it's like a quick thing they do, just a minute or so, or do they really take their time? Do they focus on areas of congestion? Most people can spend a little bit longer washing their face, and that's another reason I really like devices that are timed and will turn off when you're done cleansing. Just makes everyone's job a little bit easier. Let's see, what else? I ask about toothpaste. I ask about hair care. Hair care can have an effect on the skin, especially around the forehead area. That's known as pomade acne. Gosh, so many questions. Do you exercise? Do you have dairy, alcohol, refined sugar, or non-organic meat in the diet? How is their digestion? How is their sleep? So many questions. I think you will want to come up with your own questions and definitely ask different questions based upon the person. Somebody might be more concerned with hyperpigmentation, and those questions are going to vary, versus somebody who wants to manage and needs to manage their acne, versus somebody who wants to focus on anti-aging. So many different skin types, concerns, and people's goals. So I try to get really clear. Like the number one thing I ask off the bat is like, how can I help you? And in your words, like, what's going on that you would like to improve? So I'm winded, I'm out of breath. That is an example of questions I ask. There are also so many great resources out there for virtual estheticians, and so many brands are getting more savvy to the fact that this is how many estheticians are making a living. So many brands are creating templates, different worksheets, downloadable PDFs, intake forms, questionnaires. Glymed and Image have all of those resources. So those are two wholesale brands that I really love and believe in, and I think they do a fantastic job with the customer service, education, and always having resources for estheticians. So I really love those brands. I am going to take myself for a little run to clear my mind, just because I feel like it's not healthy for me when I wake up and start working immediately and I don't leave my apartment, and then it's like getting dark and I haven't left all day, or really, I mean, everything I do is for myself, but I haven't done anything in terms of like self-care. So I'm going to try to spend the rest of Sunday dedicated to that and go on a little 30-minute run. I don't run too often. I'm usually more of a weight trainer, but I think cardio like a couple times a week is just good for my mind. And when I come back, I'm going to shower and I will walk you guys through my current nighttime routine. I just took a little midday break from working and I got a package, which I don't really get that much PR, guys. Like, I'm a small fry. I just don't get this stuff. But I got something, and it's from Huda Beauty. So I'm so excited. I wanted to open it with somebody. So let's unbox. Oh my god, I'm freaking out. Okay. Okay, I don't even know where to start. I'm shaking. We got the nude medium. Is this a palette? Eyeshadow palette. Huda is like really nice stuff. Luxury stuff I would probably never buy for myself, so this is so nice. Maybe I'll give some of this away. This is the Huda Beauty Nude Rich and Nude Medium eyeshadow palettes. Cannot wait. Cannot wait to open. Ooh, a nude light eyeshadow palette, which sounds like me. I'm very much like light nude shades is my jam. 3 of those. A little rose oil. A little Yo Glow Enzyme Scrub. And, oh my gosh, a Silk Balm Hydro Plumping Lip Balm. Okay, I got a mascara. This makes me want to return the one I got from YSL because I'm not that impressed with it, and I wanted a new mascara. So Huda Beauty Legit Lashes. So nice. And a Duo Eyeliner Pencil and Liquid. Beautiful. Really cool packaging. Gorgeous. Maybe I'll revisit my early makeup, early YouTube days of doing makeup, and do a little tutorial with these if you guys want, or just like first impressions trying them out. But thank you so much, Huda Beauty. These are gorgeous. All right, guys, I'm fresh out of the shower and I'm gonna do a little nighttime skincare. Some of these things are surprises, so I'm not gonna show exactly what they are yet, but there's a hint. I always tone the skin post-cleanse, and I find a lot of clients complain of feeling like their skin is not predictable. This usually points to a compromised barrier, and I'd probably suggest a alcohol-free hydrating toner in that instance. which will help stabilize the pH and just keep things more normal. My lens keeps fogging up because I'm in the bathroom and just got out of the shower, and I probably shouldn't be wiping it with a robe material, but here we are. I'm applying a little hyaluronic. This is an ingredient that everybody can use. I'm very irritated in this area from wearing my mask and just my normal use of retinoids. With the mask friction on top of it, all of a sudden it's like a lot on this area, and I notice it feels sensitive, and I had a little dry patch this morning. It was a little red. So just keeping this area very nourished. You can do massage here. It's an area that gets a lot of movement and expression when we talk, so good to work around for sure. And I also can't show you this. I'm sorry, this is such a tease, but I guess it's kind of building hype. This is the moisturizer I am going to be offering, and I'm obsessed. That's all I'll say. I'm gonna apply a little neck cream to finish off the routine. This is one of my, from one of my dear friends, Dasha, who owns Cyan Skincare. She's been on the podcast and she's amazing. It's really important you do treat this area. I wish I started earlier in life bringing my serums and a little bit of use of retinol and vitamin C. I wish I did it there earlier, and I wish I wore sunscreen more diligently, because it is an area that can age faster. We get a lot of sun damage in our décolleté area, and especially people who are thin or really athletic and run a lot. Constant movement, I've heard this from my dermatologist, can cause jowling and like a little bit of skin to sag. So now I'm on my reactive game, but it's just so much easier to be proactive. But that is it. That is my nighttime skincare routine. Here is dinner. We made slow cook chicken chili verde with the Costco cauliflower rice, little olive oil, S&P, avocado, black beans. Cute man. That's it. Dig in, babe.
All right.
All
Don't
right.
tell me twice.
All right, guys, I'm going to end the vlog here so we can eat and enjoy. Thank you for watching. Much love, and we will see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye. Bye now.